let's talk about Colorado Proposition GG. Did I cut you off?
Good game.
It's not good game. It's about adding tax information tables to ballots and petitions.
Russell, tell us about it.
All right. So right now, if you open up your blue book, did you get one of these magic little blue books?
You probably threw it away.
You probably threw it away. We don't blame you. It's got good info in it, though. And one of the things that it does is it has a table for every tax measure that shows how the tax increase or decrease will affect taxpayers in different tax brackets. But what's the issue with that information just being in the blue book?
Nobody reads the blue book.
Some people don't. I read the blue book.
Of course. I mean, me too.
It's in the blue book, but this measure is going to take a really similar tax table that shows how it impacts different taxpayers, and it's going to put it on every petition. So when somebody comes to you in front of Whole Foods and they want you to sign that thing that's going to change the law, it's going to have that information, the tax breakdown for every, it's going to be on every petition, and it'll also be on your actual ballot, right? So when you go to, fill in your Scanatron, yes, no, on the issues, you will have a table there on each issue showing you how the tax impact breaks down to taxpayers at different income levels.
Russell.
Yeah.
Why would they want to show me such valuable information?
Well, let's talk about how this measure that just seems to add more tables, right? How did this get onto our ballot? What happened, Sasha?
So there were 4 legislators.
There were 4 brave legislators.
They sponsored this bill. The legislature then referred it to voters to approve.
Well, and it passed in the legislature, right?
Passed in the legislature.
But who voted for it? Who voted against it?
Democrats voted for it. Republicans voted against it.
Right. I think what this is really trying to do is Democrats want people to see that tax increases really, the burden of that really falls on people who make more money. And by putting that information in front of you when you sign a petition or when you fill out your ballot, they think tax measures will have a better chance of passing with the voters, right?
Yeah.
And there's been about 25 different tax measures that have gone in front of the voters over the last decade or two, and only 6 of them have passed.
Yeah.
The vast majority get voted down because people think, I don't want to pay more taxes.
Colorado voters vote down tax increases, and Democrats believe that they overestimate how much a tax increase will impact them when really it's going to affect more of the wealthy.
So this year, in our other videos, you'll see various measures that reduce or increase taxes, and you'll see a lot of that tax burden really falls on wealthy people, and it doesn't impact working class people so much.
Russell, how are we voting on this?
This is a hard one for me. I think that more information is good, but I also think that that information is already available in the Blue Book. And I think that our ballot is already long and confusing, so why would we add more information to the ballot? Now, at the same time, I think transparency is good and people should know how taxes impact them individually. So I'm gonna vote yes on this one, but it's a tough one for me.
This is a little conflicting because it feels a bit like a populist measure.
What do you mean by that?
It could force people to say, well, it doesn't affect me. I don't care whether or not it's good for society. It just feels good to me, so I'm going to vote for this.
I don't have to pay this tax, someone else does, so vote for it, right? That's the idea with this.
That's the idea.
So you're for that?
I'm not for it. I do think that more information's better. I think the ballot is ugly. I'm not enthusiastically for it, but I'll vote for this one.
The ballot thinks you're ugly too. I think we're both for transparency. That's why we're a yes on Colorado Proposition GG.
GG, good game.
But check out the rest of the videos on our channel this year because you'll see a bunch of actual tax measures that increase or decrease taxes and how they play out in your income tax bracket. Check it out on our next video. Thanks a lot, guys.
Good game.